team. Open target. From left to right, sets up. Oh, down. Watch who's going to step. He's going to go for the... It fell from the sky into air and icing.
Hello, football fans, and welcome back to CFSL, brought to you by PX1 Sports. Tonight, we're looking over Tennessee versus Georgia. This is Morty on the mic, joined here by Austin Crow and Valente. You're with me in the booth. How we feeling, Val?
I'm feeling really good. Tennessee has a chance tonight to put their stamp at the top of the SEC, while Georgia has a chance to get a W in the win column for the first time in conference play.
We've been seeing a lot of good things from Tennessee. As a matter of fact, we've been watching nothing but Tennessee, it seems like, every Wednesday, which is no problem for me. I'm a big fan of that as kickoff begins here. That's a great run downfield, but going to get put down at the 29, what it looks like.
That's a solid return there by Aaron Highsmith.
And our first play of the game, ball in Georgia's hand as they're on the right hash mark of the 29. Let's see how things go down. Ball in hand for Seth. Gonna throw it down and get a couple yards to Don Carter.
Don Carter with the opening reception of the game. He had a good game last week. 3 catches for 66 yards.
And Seth Chapman's known for his passing game. He's got a great arm, and he definitely knows how to take advantage of it. As a quick handoff, this time going towards Lane Easton, who runs upfield and finds 7 yards.
Yeah, good blocking up front for Easton. He's going to get a 7-yard gain. He needs 153 yards to become the first player in school history to reach 2,000 for Georgia.
2 plays in, and we already moved the chains. That's good news for Georgia. Let's see how far we can move those chains, as now we're investing in the passing game. Chapman looking for a target way downfield, but does not connect.
Yeah, great coverage downfield by Amen Mobley to get that stop.
2nd and 10. And it looks like Georgia's going to invest in the passing game yet again. 2 receivers on the left side. Wait a minute, that's a handoff to Lane Easton, who runs upfield, finds 9 yards, 3rd and 1.
Yeah, solid 2nd down carry there for Easton. That's going to make this 3rd down a lot more manageable for Georgia.
A lot more manageable. 3rd and 1. This is a big opportunity. Do we put this back to Lane? Do we look for a pass? As 2 receivers on the left side. Looks like play action moves one to the right into the backfield. Wait a minute. Oh, quarterback's going to hold on to it. Chapman's going to run upfield, and he doesn't even care about the first down. He might be going to the end, but he's barely able to get to the 20-yard line. That's 30-yard rush for Chapman.
Yeah, Chapman on the season has 41 carries for only 33 yards. You have to take into account sacks there as well. But Chapman showing the Tennessee defense that he can do it on his own in a big game into the red zone for the Bulldogs.
That is a big jump forward for the Bulldogs, and let's see what they can do now that they're closing in towards goal line, but not there just yet. Looks like Chapman's going to hold on to it yet again, running to the outside of the pocket and barely going to find the target on Jeff Master. That's 10 yards.
A great comeback route to find some separation there for Master, and another chain moving pass. And they're knocking on the door of the end zone here, just 10 yards to go.
And will they continue to knock, or will they kick that door down? 3 receivers on the right side. As looks like Georgia are 1st and goal. Chapman holding onto the ball yet again. Great chop block on the front, but Seth's not going to take advantage. That's a drop pass.
Yeah, that was a drop pass there by Don Carter. He's definitely going to want that one back because he could have had open space to find the end zone.
Left hash mark, 2nd and goal line. Chapman this time holding on to it yet again, but looks like a defense is going to run right into him.
And a great play there by the Tennessee defense. I believe that is a walk-on the tackle for loss, Alan Mendoza.
Great front line for Tennessee, trying to hold them where they stand. 3rd and goal. This is a big play for Georgia. They got to make it happen here. Chapman holding onto the ball, looking for a target on the right side. That's a touchdown for the Georgia Bulldogs, thanks to Don Carter.
And the Bulldogs are going to get on the board first. A floater ball hangs in there for Don Carter to get Georgia on the board. They're going to go up 7-0 after this PAT. And what a drive from the Bulldogs, Morty.
What a fantastic drive. Very little flaws, a couple of drop passes, nothing too wild. It's just a bit of average football here. Nothing too crazy. But you know what? I'm excited to see it go down the way it did. Has a lot of faith, gives me a lot of faith that the Bulldogs are going to keep doing what they're doing. Able to find 27 yards. Adam Styles does a good job of running back upfield. And this time, let's see if Tennessee can do something with their opportunity on offense.
And over on Twitch, we have a 12-yard touchdown pass to Santana Work, and Miami's going to go up 7-0 on Virginia Tech with 6:52 left in the first.
First down on the left hash mark of the 25-yard line. Tennessee, it looks like Chestnut's going to hold on to that one yet again and run upfield to find a first down and a bit of change on top of that. That's 14 yards.
Yeah, Morty, we've seen this a lot over the first 4 weeks of the season. Falcon Chestnut can do it by himself. He's going to show that there.
Yeah, he's got a lot of running yards, and that's his own run. That's just him holding on and doing what he does. But this time we're handing it off to Kelby Fulton, who runs upfield and finds another first down. That's 12 yards for Fulton.
And we talked about Kelby Fulton a bunch too. 22 carries, 124 yards last week in their win. Another big gain there.
This time Chestnut's holding on yet again and tries to run upfield, but he is caught by, it looks like, somebody on the right side. Only finds 4 yards.
Yeah, only a short gain there, but more do we say it all the time. Rome was not built in a day.
That is true. That is absolutely true. Rome was not built today. It takes these little steps in the right direction to get Tennessee to the end zone. Chestnut holding onto the ball yet again, runs up right side of the field and finds 7 yards. That's first down.
That is a good carry to move the sticks for Falcon Chestnut. He's going to be brought down by the safety, Dominic McKenzie.
The running game from Tennessee is damn near unstoppable. Will they keep investing into this time? Chestnut finds a pass off to the right side, and looks like Kelby Fulton finds 8 yards.
Yeah, this offensive drive has been engineered through Falcon Chestnut and Kelby Fulton, and, you know, it's a well-oiled machine. Don't fix what's not broken.
That's absolutely true. It is a well-oiled machine, but even machines can be shut down. But the shutdown's not happening today as Chestnut's running upfield and finds a first down, but a flag on the field.
Personal foul. Clipping. Offense.
Oh, and a rough call there for the Tennessee offense on a nice run there. The dreaded clipping call brings this one back, but it's only going to be 2nd and 8 for Tennessee. Over on Twitch, you have a 46-yard touchdown pass to John Lee. Virginia Tech's going to tie it up at 7 with Miami as there's 6:01 left in the first.
Chestnut handing this off to Kelby Fulton, but clothesline. Oh, that was Adam Styles. God, he was brought down before he could even find a yard.
Yeah, good job there by the Georgia defense and Clayton Cobb getting in there on the stop. Big third down coming up here for Tennessee.
3rd and 8, middle of the field. A lot of options for Chestnut. Quick pass off to the left and trucks through run, but taken down by another. Kelby Fulton finds 2 yards. Going to make it 4th and 5.
Yeah, 3 defenders in the area there for the Georgia defense. And they're going to force a field goal here. This one from 50 yards.
Let's see if they can make it happen. That's a nice field goal. Love to see that.
And that surpasses the season-long and career-long for kicker Johnny Perfecto. Previously 43 yards and now 50 yards. Congratulations to him. What a kick.
What a kick indeed. But now Georgia's got their hands on the ball yet again and is taken down. Aaron Highsmith is able to find 26 yards. That's nothing to be ashamed of.
Yeah, definitely able to get back to where he would have if he kneeled down. So kind of a productive kickoff.
First down for Georgia. Let's see who Chapman's looking for. Able to find a target and get a couple yards on top of that. Aaron Highsmith, yes, yet again, putting those feet under him.
That's his first catch of the day for 15 yards. He had 5 catches last week for 35 yards against the Florida Gators.
Love to see that. Hey, Gators are nothing to undermine. You know what I mean? That's a strong team. So to see him have that success there, I can't imagine what he's going to pull off today. But the Tennessee defense is definitely something you need to be afraid of if you're on the side of Georgia. There's a lot on the front line here. 2 receivers on right side. Left hash mark Chapman getting a lot of pressure in the pocket, but he's able to get the pass off to Charles for 11 yards. That's a first down.
That's a perfect pass there from Seth Chapman to Jaden Charles for his first catch of the day. A nice tight window throw on the slant.
Two receivers on right side, one on the left, and that's a handoff yet again, and able to find a couple yards. Lane Easton does a great job running upfield.
Yeah, the Tennessee defense hasn't done a great job at stopping Lane Easton so far, but I do believe eventually they will find their way to the halfback out of the backfield.
Got one receiver on the left side, one on the right, maybe, and that's maybe a handoff, but looking for a pass on the left side, and that's a successful throw to Darren Kelly, who finds 8 yards. That's a first down.
Yeah, that's the walk-on, and nice heads-up catch there from him to get the first down, and that was a dangerous throw with a lot of pressure in his face.
First down for Georgia, getting close to the goal line, but we're not there just yet. Looking for a pass way downfield, perfect spiral, but does not connect.
A dangerous throw there for Seth Chapman as Tom Lambert almost picked that one off, and if you're Seth Chapman, you're very happy that didn't happen.
2nd and 10 at the left hash mark, 33-yard line. Looks like Chapman's going to hold on to it yet again and run upfield for 10 yards. That's 3rd and inches.
Yeah, 3rd and inches coming up, and they are 2 for 2 on 3rd down.
A lot of receivers lined up here, 3 on the right side. Let's see who Chapman's going to look for, and it gets slapped down.
Yeah, you hear the footsteps of Devin Pounds, and over on switch, we have a 3-yard touchdown run for Xavier Washington as Miami's going to take the lead 14-7 with 3:23 left in the first.
2 receivers on the left side, one on the right, 4th and inches. We're investing in that first down. Can we get it? No, we can't. Haas Carter taken down. That's a turnover to Tennessee.
I like the target they went for there. Haas Carter is the guy that gets you a yard on those passing plays. But at the same time, if you throw short, you're going to stay short, and that's exactly what happened. Huge play there by Lee Russ making the tackle, and a good stop for the Tennessee defense.
And unfortunately, Val, Bulldogs couldn't get in the end zone, but they gave Tennessee a lot more room to make up for as Chestnut has his hands on the ball, handoff to Kelby Fulton, who finds 4 yards. And, they're going to have to do a lot more of that if they want to get rid of that 3.
Yeah, he's averaging 8 yards to carry. That kind of ate away at the average a little bit.
2 receivers on the left side, right hash mark of the 29-yard line. Chestnut looking for a target on the left, but he's forced to throw it out. A little bit too much pressure.
Yeah, throws it away too quickly. I would like to see that play maybe develop just a little bit more. We know Chestnut can evade pressure pretty well, but he couldn't there.
Looking for a target yet again, and a lot of pressure in the pocket yet again. Adam Stiles, he found the completion, but no yards made.
That's his first reception of the night. A good throw by Chestnut. Good job standing and delivering that throw, but they are going to stay short and punt back to Georgia.
That is an absolute shame, but now Bulldogs are forced to work with a lot more room. What in the world? Did he get tripped up by grass?
I think he might have muffed it and just decided to fall on that. Yeah, Highsmith got to do a bit better protecting the football there, but luckily still solid field position and, maintaining possession most importantly.
Hey, nobody's perfect. That happens. That's just average day of football. This handoff here yet again to Lane Easton, who runs upfield and finds a first down. Hey, that's a great way to get out of the gate.
Yeah, that's his 4th rush of the night. He's got 33 yards. Georgia has 7 first downs compared to Tennessee's 3. The score and the first downs match.
Another handoff to Lane Easton, who runs straight upfield yet again and finds 7 yards, 2nd and 3.
Hey, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Every single time they go to him, it's a pretty solid gain. That one for 7. And a big 2nd down coming up.
Tennessee D needs to read that run because they're investing a lot of time into Lane Easton, but they're not doing it again. A perfect spiral downfield going to land in the hands of Haas Carter. That's 10 yards. That's a first down.
Yeah, that is a perfect throw to Haas Carter off the play action. Just able to create enough separation, and good job on Seth Chapman fitting that ball in there and getting another first down.
On the right hash mark of the 38-yard line, another investment into Lane Easton, who runs way up the left side of the field and runs into a safety. That's 8 yards.
Yeah, good blocks up front there by the fullback, I believe, Anthony Wost on the stop, and a nice 8-yard gain for Easton.
Two receivers on the left side, one on the right. Who are we going to hand off to? Chapman's holding on to it this side, but take it down in the backfield. Chapman couldn't find any yardage.
And what a play by Tom Lambert. He's had a great game so far, getting that deflection in the end zone, almost nearly picked, and getting that tackle for loss there on Chapman. And it's a big 3rd and 4 coming up for the Tennessee defense.
Two receivers on the right side. Left hash mark yet again. 3rd and 4. Let's see what Chapman can do here. A lot of pressure in the pocket. Another perfect spiral downfield. Lands to Haas Carter. 20 yards found. We're creeping up on the goal line.
Yeah, his right tackle was right all up in his face, and he still stood and delivered that throw to Haas Carter. Huge play there. Anthony Wost on the tackle, and it's 1st and 10 up in the red zone.
And while Georgia isn't really getting stopped, I mean, they're definitely moving chains. Wost has been doing a great job on D, but he's going to have to do a bit better if we want to stop the Bulldogs. Another handoff to the lane train, who runs upfield and finds 4. We're getting super close to the end zone here.
Yeah, all aboard the lane train. It's 2nd and 6 coming up. Another 4-yard carry there for him.
3 receivers on the right. Lane Easton in the backfield. Chapman holding on to it. Easton's blocking up. Another perfect spiral. Aaron Highsmith is going to find a touchdown for the Bulldogs.
And a beautiful throw on the move hits Highsmith in the end zone, wide open for a touchdown to take a 2-possession lead right in the back of the end zone. Exactly where he wanted that ball to go, and perfectly executed for the Bulldogs. They're going to go up 11 after this PAT.
And the PAT will bring them to 14 points on the board, and Tennessee have only landed 1 field goal so far. They got a lot of points to make up for should they want to get better into this first half of the game.
Yeah, a ton of ground to make up for, but we are, just nearing the end of the first quarter, so a lot of time left to do so. No one is out of it yet, but Georgia, heck of a start for them, right?
Heck of a start indeed, but a great start on this kick return. Adam Stiles, 41 yards. That's a good place to start for Tennessee.
Yeah, it's a great return there for Stiles, and they're going to have really solid field position to start this drive. And over on switch, we have an 8-yard touchdown pass to Mike Jeter, and the Canes are now up 21-7 with just 17 seconds left in the first quarter.
First down for Tennessee. Chestnut's got his hands on the ball. He's going to throw it to Forrest Handler, who finds 9 yards. That's a good throw to start things off.
That it is, and that is the first catch of the night for Handler.
As we just got to the end of our first quarter, Tennessee have 3 points on the board and 14 for the Bulldogs. Like we said earlier, Tennessee has a lot of time to make up for. There's 3 receivers on left side, the right hash mark at the 49-yard line. Chestnut holding on to it yet again and runs upfield, finds the first down. How much farther can we get? Chestnut gets 7 yards.
Yeah, the Chestnut and Fulton pair out of the backfield is kind of, very reminiscent of Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, where you just don't know where they're going to go. You can't compensate for both.
You can't compensate for both. That's a great way to put it. Chestnut looking for a pass on the right side. And another first down found by Brett Britt this time. Look at Tennessee moving these chains.
That's the pride of Monkey's eyebrow with his first catch of the game, and they're just going to keep pushing forward. You see the 2s up in chat. You got a big second quarter ahead of us.
33-yard line. Chestnut holds on to the ball and runs upfield, and good Lord, he almost got real far, but barely taken down. Feet swept from under him. Chestnut finds 16.
And that is a great run by Chestnut. Finds the open field. Good blocks up front. Shrugs off a defender, and a good tackle there by Dominic McKenzie, stopping, a touchdown potentially.
2 receivers on left side, left hash mark of the 18-yard line. Chestnut holding on to it yet again, but a D tackle was going to stuff him in the face.
And that's how you meet someone in the hole. Dominic McKenzie, the safety, coming up and laying the smack down on Falcon Chestnut for a loss.
And they read that run game. I knew it was going to happen, but I didn't know when. We just found out when just now. that was a hard rock. It's Chestnut now holding onto the ball. Going to throw it to Brett Britt, and great investment on the pass game.
And a good throw there to make a potential 3rd and long, 3rd and 5, 3rd and more manageable Tennessee 0 for 2 on third downs. Let's see what they can do here.
Will it be 0 for 3, or will we find our first one of the night? Run up field and barely able to get past first down. That's a great run from Fulton.
Yeah, Fulton just stepped out of bounds, and that could have been a touchdown, but just a hair too far outside. And a good gain to move the sticks.
Tennessee have their opportunity to find their first touchdown of the game. A lot of room in the pocket for Chestnut to operate. Investing in the throw. Man, I would have just ran upfield right there.
Yeah, I mean, he had wide open space there. He tried to step up in the pocket and make a throw, but, you know, good play there, just getting that ball out of the end zone and avoiding a loss.
This could be a move for Kelby Fulton. Yes, it is, and tries to run upfield, but gets stuffed yet again. Kelby finds 2 yards. We're 3rd and goal.
And over on Twitch, we have a 21-yard touchdown pass to Kabil Locklear for the Hokies as they now trail 21-14 with 7:57 in the second.
2 receivers on each side. Another investment to Kelby Fulton, who makes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee!
And there are not very many running backs that are better at getting 1 yard than Kelby Fulton. I can not name any of them, or I can name very few, can't even fill up a full hand. But Kelby Fulton able to drive through, get that touchdown, and bring it back to a 1-score game for the Vols.
CAT goes through 10-14, and Tennessee are creeping their way back into this game. That's a great start to the momentum needed, but now Bulldogs are going to get their hand on the football. Great run upfield. Frankie Dawkins finds 37. That's going to be a good place to start for the Bulldogs.
And a very good place to start there. And Frankie Dawkins has a couple of kick return touchdowns on the season, so you know they're going to try and lock in on him.
Lane Easton runs upfield and is able to find 7, 2nd and 3.
A good run there by Easton. He's got 59 yards on the night now. And a big 2nd down coming up for Georgia.
Only a couple minutes into the 2nd quarter. A lot of room for the Bulldogs to work with. No need to rush, but we're going to rush up instead. Lane Easton finds 4. That's a successful 1st down.
They're going to continue to move the chains, and if that means going through Lane Easton to do so, well, they are going to.
3 receivers on left side. Chapman looking for 1. He's able to, it doesn't work out.
Yeah, able to connect there, but it was out of bounds. They're going to rule it that way in a 2nd and 10 coming up for the Bulldogs.
Like I said, no reason to rush this. You got a lot of time to work with. Let's play wisely here, Bulldogs. Looking for a target on the left side. Chapman's holding on to the ball. A lot of room in the pocket. Great dart down the middle, and it lands in the hands of Haas Carter, who finds 25 yards, getting in just a tad bit closer to the end zone.
Yeah, Seth Chapman could have took a nap back in that pocket. No pressure at all. A lot of time. Finds Haas Carter. Haas Carter's going to make a play in open space for an even bigger gain and a huge play there for the Dogs.
Dogs have 1st down at the 29-yard line, left hash mark. 3 receivers on the left side as well. Chapman looking for one of them. Good amount of room in the pocket, and he throws out of bounds.
Actually, that was caught by Haas.
What in the world? That must have been a tippy toe on the end there. I could have swore that was out of bounds, but maybe I forgot my glasses today. 1st down for Georgia. Creeping up on the end zone. 1 more 1st down will put them at the goal line. Let's see if they can make that happen, though. Chapman looking for a target on the right side. Lands for Aaron Highsmith, who finds just a couple yards, but that's better than none.
They're only able to get 3 yards there, but they are continuing to push forward. And a 2nd and 7 coming up with Lee Russ making the tackle there.
2 receivers on each side. Chapman looking for a pass yet again. Perfect dart down the middle. Great slant from Jeff Master.
And over on Switch, we have a 6-yard touchdown pass to Mike Jeter. That's going to be his 2nd of the night. Miami's going to go up 28-14 with 5:59 left in the 2nd. Excuse me.
Looks like Chapman's investing in the passing game yet again. This could be a touchdown, but it's picked away. It's picked away. The Volunteers have their hands on the ball, but his feet are swept out from under him. Amazing interception there.
And what a pick there by Lee Russ. And honestly gotta give Haas Carter some credit because that is a touchdown saving tackle there, because that would have gone all the way for 6 if that tackle didn't happen. But good job getting Georgia off the field with no points there. Tennessee's gonna have a chance to take the lead here.
I think if Lane Neeson would have had his hands on that one, that would have been perfect. Just invest in that running game, but it didn't work out as Tennessee now have their hands on the ball. Kelby Fulton couldn't find any yards. We're 2nd and 12.
That's L'Jarius Sexton on the stop. He gets a loss of 2 yards there on Kelby Fulton.
2nd and 12. Middle of the field. A lot of room to play with. Giving it back to Fulton, who runs through the right side and finds 5 yards, 3rd and 7.
Able to get 5, make this 3rd down a lot more manageable. And Tennessee just 50-50 on 3rd down so far tonight, and they got a 3rd and 7 coming up here.
2 receivers on each side. Chestnut looking for one of them. Quick pass to the left and able to find 1st down. Kelby Fulton has just as good of hands as he does feet.
Yeah, he's going to get his 4th catch of the night and a chain mover at that. Falcon Chestnut 8 for 10 so far on the night, and a huge play for him to move those sticks.
3 receivers on the right. Chestnut looking for one of them. A lot of room in the pocket. But he throws, straight to Brett Bitt. Finds 5 yards.
Yeah, a nice catch there by the pride of Monkey's Eyebrow. That's his 3rd catch of the game and continuing to push that ball downfield slowly but surely.
It's going to be a handoff. Wait a minute. That's a fake. That's a fake and a pass to the right. Goes to Adam Styles. Finds 5 yards. That's 1st down for Tennessee.
That's his 2nd catch of the night and a big one. Gonna move the chains. Clock still rolling. Like I mentioned before, slowly but surely they're pushing their way down the field.
3.5 minutes to work with, Chestnut. You still got time. No need to pressure yourself. As that goes to Reggie James on the left, 2nd and 5.
That's his 1st catch of the night. He's going to get a good one for a 5-yard gain.
David Ware in the chat says offense is old school. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it worked back then, it'll work now, but maybe it won't work today. Maybe it won't work today. That's a pick. That is a pick from Georgia, and they take it to the house. Touchdown for the Bulldogs.
That's a huge play for the sophomore Kendall Simmons. He's getting a pick 6 at home, and he's going to take it back to Casa de los Bulldogs for 6. And a huge play by the Georgia defense to respond to that pick from Lee Russ. And they're able to get one back and do one better and get 6 out of it.
Just when you think Tennessee have a bit of momentum, just when you think they're creeping back into this game, the defense from Georgia comes alive out of nowhere and puts 6 more points on the board. Call it 7 after this PAT. 21 on the scoreboard. Tennessee are down 11 yet again.
A 2-possession game for the Bulldogs, but if you're Falcon Chestnut, you got to have a short memory because you're getting back on this field immediately. You got to be able to make that one up.
And we're back to 1st down for Tennessee. Back in position yet again, the 25-yard line, straight middle of the field. And Chestnut's got a lot of work to do if he wants to make up for all that lost time. Let's put it back to Kelby Fulton. Let him run upfield and find almost a 1st down. It's going to call it 2nd and 2.
Yeah, good 8-yard gain and a really solid way to start the drive. Get that, give Chestnut some time to get that out of his memory. Let Fulton go to work, do his thing. I like it.
2nd and 2, another handoff. Chestnut, wait a minute, Adam Styles runs upfield for 14. It looks like that really got their piss out. They're moving up the field and fast.
Yeah, that's the 3-star receiver from Ashland, Kentucky, and he's got the ability to run even though he is a wide receiver.
Another pass up the right, and that lands to Nico Dennis. That's his 1st pass of the night, I believe.
Yep, that is his 1st catch of the night, and they're going to push this ball downfield a little bit quicker than they were before because they're not working with as much time as they were. 2.5 minutes left to go. Clayton Cobb on the stop.
42-yard line. Chestnut trying to run upfield, but I just don't think there's any room there. He gets sacked for a yard.
And the Bulldogs defense swarms there. Clayton Cobb on the stop again. He's going to get credited with the sack. You see a lot of red jerseys swarming Chestnut, but Cobb able to come down with that one. That is his 1st sack on the season.
3rd and 1 for Tennessee, middle of the field. Need to make something happen here. 2 receivers on right side. Let's see who Chestnut's going to go for. That's a handoff yet again to Adam. Oh, that's Fulton for 4 yards, 1st down.
Yeah, and there's no better man to get you a 1st down on 3rd and short than Kelby Fulton. He's going to do so, and Dominic McKenzie on the stop.
1st down yet again. What can Chestnut do? Chestnut and the rest of Tennessee. This time we're handing off yet again. Kelby Fulton is taken down in the backfield, a pileup.
Yeah, only a 4-yard gain, but Rome wasn't built in the day. They're taking their time. They're trying to bleed the clock, not give Seth Chapman and the Bulldogs a chance to score.
Right, if they take it to the house right at the end, I think that's the perfect way to go about this. Adam Stiles finds a couple yards.
Yeah, gain of 3, 3rd and short coming up for the Vols, and Tennessee is, I believe, 3 for 5 on 3rd downs. 4 for 6, excuse me.
3 volunteers on the right side. Big step back from Chestnut. This time going to Kelby Fulton. Yet it's Adam Stiles for 2 yards.
And I believe one of the offensive linemen missed the block up front. That could have been a 1st down, but instead they're going to settle for 3. And a 49-yard kick coming up for Johnny Perfecto.
49. Will it be perfect? Yes, it is. 3 more points on the board for the Vols. That's better than none.
Yeah, it makes this a 1-possession game, but the only downside to it is Georgia is going to have a minute of their own to respond.
Aaron Highsmith finds 23 yards, and there's not a lot of time for the Bulldogs to play with. They're not too stressed because they're up on points. This is their game so far, and if they keep playing like they have, this will be their game in the second half as well. With less than a minute on the time, let's see what Seth Chapman and the rest of the Bulldogs can do. Perfect dart on the slant route. That's going to go. Oh, timeout.
Yeah, that was a great throw there by Seth Chapman. He's going to hit his guy, Jeff Master, on the slant for the 1st down.
2 receivers on each side. Fake handoff to Lane Easton, who runs up the block instead. On the right side, Jeff Master yet again for 14 yards this time around.
Yeah, he's been finding his way open all night, making those good catches on that comeback route there. And you know what? He got out of bounds too, so that's going to stop the clock.
I can assure you that Georgia's going to keep investing in the passing game to try and get to the end zone before we get to the end of the 1st half. 47 seconds left on the clock, and that's a throw out of bounds. Almost landed in somebody's hands, but couldn't make it happen.
Yeah, it's a dangerous throw there for Chapman. Almost ended up in Lee Russ's hands once again.
But we're not done just yet. Chapman looking for a target through the right side and able to find a couple yards. Lane Easton finds 3.
Over on Twitter, we have a 6-yard touchdown run for Bo Wyatt, Miami, and they're going to go up 35-17 with 1:15 left in the half.
3rd and 7 for Georgia. That's a 1st down and a bit of change on top of that. Jeff Master really showing up and showing out before we get to the end, but running back straight onto the ball, looking to make things happen yet again. Chapman not trying to waste any time. There's only 30 seconds left. Dart downfield, but it gets picked away. It gets picked away, and they're taken down in the end zone, but that's a successful pick for Tennessee.
A huge pick there by Devin Jackson. And they're going to get a break here, keeping Georgia out of the end zone or keeping them from getting any points. And 28 seconds left to go in this half. Let's see if Tennessee tries to make something of it.
Just when you think everything is in your favor, just when you think the Bulldogs have a chance, Tennessee shuts them down. Now they've got the ball in hand, and Chestnut runs upfield for 4 yards. They're just happy to be here, but the 1st half is over. Tennessee couldn't make something happen from that pick, but they stopped Georgia from getting more points on the board. That's 13 so far for the Vols and 21 for the Bulldogs. But this game is far from over, Val.
Yeah, it is. And Tennessee's defense has been what is keeping them alive in this game. A lot of chances for Georgia to go down and score and, widen that margin for the lead, and haven't been able to do so. The Tennessee defense doing a really great job, coming up with those picks from Lee Russ and Devin Jackson. Just great plays by the Tennessee defense to keep this a one-score game. And Georgia, they're kind of on the ropes. Even though they're in the lead, they're kind of on the ropes right now. They're back against the wall because I do believe that Tennessee starts this half with the ball.
And I really think now that they've got a lot more time to work with, they're not so stressed on the passing game. We can really focus around the dynamic duo that is Kelby and Chestnut. I mean, really, that is just the dynamic duo of the run game that Georgia they're ready for it. I mean, they can predict. They're pretty aware that, like, hey, we need to keep our eyes on these guys. But I mean, look, they've even got more rushing yards. They're down a lot of passing yards, but the rushing yards from Tennessee has been phenomenal so far. Georgia needs to keep reading it if they want to stay on top.
And while we're waiting for this kickoff, over on Twitch, we have a 71-yard touchdown pass to John Lee for Virginia Tech. That's his second. Miami still leads 35-24 with 46 seconds left in the half.
And it's always, it gives me, it's a bittersweet feeling, Val, whenever, we're watching a good game here on the YouTube, but the Twitch has a banger of a game going on as well. Kind of makes me wish I was tuning into both, but I guess I'll have to watch that one back later on, as the game is live here and now. Volunteers versus Georgia, and Volunteers have their hand on the ball. That's a pass to Brett Britt, who finds 3 yards.
And a good reception there, and a huge hit there by Frankie Dawkins. Only a 3-yard gain for Britt, but a good one at that.
13-21, and Tennessee looking to make up for all those points lost. And they're not too far from doing so. Just keep doing what they're doing, making those chains move. A little bit of progress here and there, never hurt nobody. If anything, it helps, as that's a handoff to Kelby Fulton, but a lot of pressure on the front line, just couldn't find his way through.
Yeah, a lot of red jerseys up front. L'Jarius Sexton going to get credited with the tackle there. A 3rd and 5 coming up for Tennessee. They're just 4 for 7 on 3rd down.
2 receivers on each side. Chestnut looking for a target. A bit of pressure in the pocket. Going to force him to throw. And that gets picked away. That gets picked away yet again. The Bulldogs ready for anything. Another turnover.
Kendall Simmons with his 2nd pick of the day. And that is a huge heads-up play there by Simmons, in that Georgia defense able to take that one back, get a solid return out of it. Going to have nice field position here. And a big play by that Georgia defense. As much as the Tennessee defense has kept them alive, the Georgia defense has been playing keep away, and they've been doing a damn good job of it.
The best defense is the best offense is a good defense. That's how it goes. Almost the other way around. Looks like Chapman's going to hold on to this and run upfield and find a 1st down, and that's a good start for Georgia.
Yeah, they have 114 rushing yards on the night combined between, Easton and Chapman. Both of them going to work as well. Good blocks up front for Chapman, and he's just going to fight for every inch.
Fight for every inch. 2 receivers on each side. And Georgia have a lot of room to play with. Ball in the middle of the field. Fake handoff to Lane. We're going for a dart down the field instead. Great slant route, followed by a good amount of yardage there. Wait a minute, what's going on here? Haas Carter gets dropped.
Yeah, I don't think he was down there for a bit. He was, laying on the body of that Tennessee defender. But a good game there for Haas Carter. And, pretty much a clean pocket there for Seth Chapman. So, they're going to go to work every time.
I don't know what I just saw right there. That was I don't know if we can show that on the YouTube. That was a bit funny right there, but it's all right. 1st and 10 for Georgia as they make their way towards the end zone. They're not at the goal line just yet, but they're creeping up on it. Handoff to Lane Easton, finds a couple yards.
That's his 10th carry of the day. 65 yards. Tom Lambert going to get credited with the stop. And that is a good stop there for the Tennessee defense. Only a gain of 2. That's a rarity out of Lane Easton.
That is a rarity. That is an oddity for sure, like a unicorn in traffic. 2 receivers on the right side. Chapman looking for one of them. Haas Carter loses a yard.
And he's going to hold on to it, but I bet he wishes he didn't. He's got 7 catches for 94 yards on the night. He's been a big target for Seth Chapman so far. A good stop there by Amen Mobley.
And the Tennessee defense need to step it up. They're on their Alamo of a defense right here. Not a lot of field left for them to take advantage of. They need to bring the fight. Oh, offsides.
I think the right tackle might have jumped.
Let's see what the refs say.
Still third down.
3rd and 13. Oh no, the Bulldogs have a lot of room to make up for if they want to get close to the goal line. That's going to be a pass to Chapman looking for a target. Great slant route, going to find that first down and doesn't find the touchdown though. Don Carter brings us so close to the house. We're knocking on the front door.
A 3rd and 3, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 13. He doesn't care. Don Carter going to get the first down. It's 1st and goal.
Hand off to Lane Easton, and all aboard the Lane train. Touchdown for the Bulldogs.
You give him room to work, and he is going to work. Lane Easton with a big play there to extend the lead to 14, potentially 15 after this PAT.
Incredible way to get this game going for the favor of the Bulldogs yet again. Just when Tennessee thinks they have a chance to creep back up on the Bulldogs, they've got another couple points from the offense to answer. That is a great job for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, the Lane train has left the station. Uh-oh.
What? What?
I think we got a fumble there.
No. Are you joking me?
Was he down? The coach is going to challenge it. Ware throwing the challenge flag here. And while we wait for the review, over on Switch, 20-yard touchdown pass to C.J. Henderson. Miami, they're going to go up 42-24 with 7:56 left in the third.
After review, we play.
Let's see what the call is.
Play reversed.
Yeah,
No way. The Bulldogs have their... Oh, no, they don't. Okay. Volunteers have their hands on the ball yet again. That was a close one for sure, but that's a breath of life for the Volunteers as that's a run game from Brett Britt, who finds 15.
Yeah, you know the rule. The ground can't cause the fumble, and that's what happened there. So able to survive and, live to see another down, and a good catch there by Brett Britt. Breaks off a defender or two. And a nice first down there. Move the chains.
Volunteers have a bit of opportunity to find some momentum here. That was a close call, but they need to take advantage of the fact that that play was reversed. 2 receivers on each side. Fakes the handoff, and Chestnut throws downfield to Brett Britt for another 16. They are really moving those chains.
Yeah, Brett Britt has been a vital part of this game, but more so this drive, and Dominic McKenzie gonna get the stop there after a first down.
Great stuff from what we've seen from Brett Britt so far. He has been the perfect go-to guy. He has been the go-to guy for Chestnut. Hey, we need to get a little more passing game in. Brett Britt is your man, and we're looking for him. But this time, fake handoff to Fulton. We're running upfield instead. Chestnut gets 6 yards in.
Yeah, that's his 9th carry of the night for 56 yards, and he could do it himself, and he's showing it off there.
2 receivers on each side. Chestnut looking for some pass game yet again. A lot of room in the pocket. He's going to take advantage. He's going to run upfield himself. Stiff arm down, but gets pushed out of bounds by another. Chestnut finds 18 yards.
Little man Falcon Chestnut making big man plays. Shrugs off a defender there and keeps pushing forward for a first down. And then some. What a play by the QB.
What a play indeed. 3 receivers on the left side, right hash mark of the 20-yard line. Tennessee creeping up on the end zone. What can we do here but push back to where they just started? Everett Lopez couldn't find any yards.
Yeah, that is the walk-on there. Able to just get back to the line of scrimmage after that. Clayton Cobb on the tackle.
2 receivers on each side. Play action might move 3 over left. That's a handoff to Fulton yet again, but it's taken down before he can get anywhere.
Bo Martin, the middle linebacker, able to get in, meet Kelby Fulton in the hole and bring him down for a loss. Tennessee 50-50 on 3rd down here.
Chestnut looking for a target yet again. Good amount of room in the pocket, but gets slapped down by Frankie Dolphins. No touchdown today.
A dangerous throw there by Chestnut, but I like how he was trying to get it past the sticks, and Perfecto and the field goal team coming back out to kick here.
4th and 10, gonna force the field goal, and it goes through. I tell you what, Perfecto has been on point with the field goals, and if it weren't for him, Tennessee would be down 9 from what they have right now. That is the only reason that they're so close in this game.
And Perfecto has been Perfecto.
Great return from Dawkins. Going to get a good amount of distance on the field. Nothing too crazy, but definitely somewhere that Georgia can start decently. That's the 24. So that's not too bad for the Bulldogs as they're back in control of the football yet again. 2 receivers on each side. Let's see what Chapman's going to look for here. Lane Easton running out to the right, and it's going to go straight to Easton. Gets pushed out of bounds.
Only a gain of 1 there, but he wanted to make that one hurt. Shrugs off a defender just for fun. You know, I think Lane Easton likes contact.
I think he does too. Some people are just sick freaks like that. They just want to run into somebody. And Lane Easton is the perfect guy for it. Hand off the lane yet again, but clothesline. Good Lord. Took down the back line.
Daniel Fox with a huge tackle there. And he said, hey, you want contact? I'll bring it straight to you. And a huge hit there by Daniel Fox, and Georgia 5 for 7 on 3rd down. And this is a 3rd and long coming up.
Back in control of the ball, 3rd and 12. Chapman looking for a target downfield. Great slant from Haas Carter. Almost a 1st down. We're 4th and 1.
Yeah, that puts them over the century mark for the night, and Georgia is going to punt this ball back to Tennessee.
Forcing the punt away. Georgia don't want to risk giving Tennessee a great field position like that, but they're going to get their hands on the ball, and Adam Stiles gets put down at the 41.
And solid return is going to give them decent field position at the 41.
2 receivers on the right. Chestnut handing this off, this time to Fulton, who runs upfield, and he gets swarmed in a sea of red.
Yeah, he got swarmed there, but the positive note out of that is he got 5 yards, you know, makes up for half of that distance to go.
2 receivers on each side. Chestnut running upfield. That's a pass, but couldn't find a completion.
It just dropped there on the sideline. Would have made that 3rd down a lot closer. Tennessee 4 for 9 on the big money down tonight.
2 receivers on each side yet again. Back into the passing game, 3rd and 5. Able to find one this time to Kelby Fulton, but lost a couple yards yet again.
A good job there by the Georgia defense coming up and swarming on Kelby Fulton. A lot of red jerseys in that area, but they are going to credit big number 96, Joshua Edmonds, with that tackle.
And that's a great stop from the Georgia defense. Not a single 1st down, really. That was just incredible from Georgia. Now they get their hands back on the football, and a couple of Volunteers met them halfway. Aaron Highsmith only finds 7 yards.
Yeah, able to make 7 yards out of that. A lot of people in his face there. They're going to start this drive on the 27.
Here we are yet again. Bulldogs handing this off to Lane Easton, running upfield, finds a 1st down, finds 20 yards. 27 is where he's taken down. Lane Easton coming out of nowhere with a fantastic run.
Yeah, great blocks up front and a lot of green grass, and just keep those legs churning to get a nice 27-yard gain. And Lane Easton is having himself a night.
That he is. Lane Easton and all the Bulldogs are eating today. Another handoff to Lane yet again, runs upfield and finds 7. A fantastic way to keep this train moving. The train and the chains are both moving forward.
Yeah, the Lane train has left the station. If we're being honest, that train left the station a long time ago, right?
We are far from the station at this point as Lane Easton gets his hands on the ball yet again, but he's taken down in the backfield. Wait a minute, that's Jeff Master who ran over to get a reception, but Anthony Woe is back on the tackle.
That's his 10th tackle tonight. He's had a very, very, very good game so far. Nose for the football, if you will, you know, just being there at the point of attack, and, you know, that's his 10th tackle of the night.
2 receivers on the right. What is Chapman going to go for? Lane East is going for a block, and deep pass to the right side. Jeff Master barely gets his hands on it before stepping out of bounds. That's a first down.
Yeah, tight window throw there for Seth Chapman, and he had a man in his face. That was Daniel Fox, but still able to stand and deliver to his man, Jeff Master. What a throw.
Two receivers on the left, one on right. The right hash mark of the 25. Chapman looks to get this game started right, but Chapman couldn't get too much done there.
Yeah, they got swarmed there by some Tennessee defenders, and that unfortunately punched the ball out just there at the end. That could have been another first down.
For the fake handoff to Lane, this time good slant from Aaron Highsmith. That's 13 yards.
Yeah, wide open over the middle is Highsmith. That's his 4th catch of the night. They're continuing to move those sticks. You know, they have a 2-possession lead, you know, as of right now, but, you know, they're knocking on the door of making it 3.
One more first down will bring them at goal, but we might see a touchdown instead. Georgia are creeping up on it. Handoff to Lane. Runs through the O-line. 6 yards found.
And the Lane train is over 100 yards on the night after that carry there. 50 more away from reaching 2,000 in his career.
The Lane train is looking for its final stop into the end zone. Can we get there? Pass instead. Gonna find a first down. We're first and goal. Haas Carter is bringing us there.
Essentially, you have 4 downs to get 1 yard, and I know just the man they need to go to make that happen.
Looks like we're investing into pass this time around. Haas Carter is gonna find a touchdown for the Bulldogs.
I mean, I was implying that they go back to Lane Easton, but that works too, right? I mean, Haas Carter able to get in the end zone. That's his first touchdown on the night. He's also had a big game tonight as well.
Whatever works, my man, whatever works, whatever puts points on the board, I'm sure all of the Bulldogs are more than okay with as they rock 19 points above the Volunteers. 19, that is a whole lot of scoring that Tennessee needs to do, and we're almost in the 4th quarter. I don't know how realistic their comeback chance is.
Well, still a lot of football left. 3 possessions is a lot to come back from, and not too much time, but also we've seen crazier things happen here in the CFSL.
We have seen crazier things, but it's going to take a lot more than hope as Chestnut's first pass, now that he's got his hands back on the football, is swiped down by the Georgia defense.
Kendall Simmons almost had one again, and that could have been his second 6 of the night.
Not much time for Tennessee to play with. They need to make something happen quick, as that's a run upfield from Chestnut. Gonna find first down.
He's got 85 yards on the night on the ground. You know, he's able to make it work. I'm honestly would be surprised if they abandoned that, you know, being down 19 and all.
Chestnut in control of the ball yet again. Great slant, this time from Brett Britt, 16 yards, who's having a hell of a game.
Yeah, 7 catches for 71 yards on the night. And this is exactly what you want to see. You know, Chestnut and the Vols moving the ball downfield really quickly. Clayton Cobb able to come up with the tackle there. And we're just short of midfield.
2 receivers on the left side, the 49-yard line. The Volunteers have more than halfway down the field to go, but Chestnut's going to bring them a bit more freedom. 7 yards found.
A nice 7-yard gain. He's up to 92 rushing yards on the ground, and Dominic McKenzie coming up with the stop there. That's his 11th tackle on the night.
3 receivers on the left. Chestnut hands off to Fulton instead. Runs upfield, finds a first down.
And a good play there by Fulton. That puts him over 50 yards as we approach the end of the 3rd quarter.
The end of the 3rd quarter is here. 1 more quarter left for the Volunteers to try and find this comeback, but with 19 points down, I don't know how much opportunity they have. I don't know how realistic it is for them to get to this point, but they're not giving up here. Hope is not gone from the Volunteers as 3 receivers line up on the left side, right hash mark of the 38-yard line, and Chestnut's going for a pass, goes to Brett Britt for 3.
And a good catch there by Britt. That's his 8th of the night. We see all the 4s going up in chat. The final countdown it is. With 9 minutes left to go in this game. Let's see if Tennessee can get some momentum going.
3 receivers on the right side, and Chestnut's forced to throw out of bounds.
Yeah, it looked like a screen. All he had to do was dump it off to Fulton, but he is going to get a little trigger happy and throw that one out of bounds. 3rd and 7 coming up.
Looking for another pass yet again. Chestnut going way downfield. Gonna take it to the house. That's a touchdown for Tennessee.
A wide open man, Angel Martinez, found in the end zone. A huge play, and that's exactly what they needed to get back into this game, get back in the groove. A good throw there by Chestnut. That just might have retained his confidence after that pick 6 from earlier. A huge play there by the Vols.
And that's a step in the right direction for the Volunteers. Definitely what they need to try and get back in this. That crazier things we've talked about earlier, Val, that whole list of opportunities put out, it looks a little more realistic.
It definitely does. 2 possession lead for the Dogs, though.
The Bulldogs run upfield. Frankie Dawkins gets 24 yards up, and that's not the best place, but definitely somewhere to be for the Bulldogs. It's at least they have their hands on the ball, and at least they have the lane train to rely on as 2 receivers line up on each side. And hey, we're going to hand this off the lane. The SBR who runs left to the outside and finds first down.
Now, there's no better man to hand it off to than Lane Easton. He's got 115 yards on the night, adding to an already impressive season where he has 541 yards and 5 touchdowns so far on the year.
2 receivers on the right side, faking the handoff to Easton. Going to try and run upfield instead, but Chapman can't find any yards as he's taken down.
Yeah, Amen Mobley. Holy Mobley. Able to get in the backfield and make the stop. Good play for the Vols defense. And a big 2nd and long coming up.
Holy Mobley yet again making things happen for the Volunteers defense. But we're going to need a little bit more than that to try and put an end to this game the right way. Jeff Master finds 9 yards, though.
And what a catch there from Master. He was able to pretty much catch that in his elbow, you know, in the crease of his arm. A one-handed catch for a nice gain of 9.
2 receivers on the left. What is Chapman going to look for? A target way downfield, and it connects. It connects. That's a huge pass to Jeff Master for 40, what in the world, 46 yards.
That's a huge catch for Jeff Master. His name's been called all night long.
Good place to be. Another handoff. This time we brought in someone else for the run game. That's Kelly.
Yeah, that's the walk-on tight end. Darren Kelly with the carry there. Nice 6-yard carry, though, from the walk-on.
2nd and 4 for the Bulldogs. What can we do here? Run up the right side. Lane Easton finds 3.
Yeah, Lane Easton, welcome back into the game. He's got 118 yards on the night and a big 32 coming up for this Tennessee defense. Georgia 7 for 10 on 3rd down.
What can we do here? That's a successful pass to Don Carter. Touchdown for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, that's Carter's 2nd touchdown of the night. He had one earlier in the 1st quarter. Now he gets back on the board once again here in the 4th and final quarter, wide open in the end zone. And a good play there by Chapman and the Bulldogs to extend their lead once again.
Successful kick right there as well. Gonna put Georgia up to 42. That's right, Val, 42 points in one game. And the Volunteers are down 19 yet again. Just when you think the Volunteers have a way to creep back in, the Bulldogs come up with some points of their own.
And a solid return there by Adam Stiles. Back to a 19-point lead for the Bulldogs. They've had a great game so far tonight. So, you know, the chances of Tennessee's comeback is slowly decreasing, but nowhere near impossible. Still a lot of time left.
A lot of time left. and 19 points to make up for. What will Chestnut do to make this happen? Dart down the field. Nico Dennis on the slant route finds 6 yards.
A nice 6-yard gain there for Dennis. If Tennessee does want to come back, they are going to have to move quickly. So they're going to do so. Clayton Cobb with his 10th tackle of the night.
2 receivers on the right side, and Kelby Fulton has his hands on the football, runs upfield and finds the first down, and a bit of change on top of that. 18 yards. Fantastic push from Fulton.
He had a huge play. A lot of defenders on him there. You can see here a lot of jerseys surrounding him, but he's just going to push forward and a really good game there for the Vols.
6 minutes left on the clock, and the Volunteers are trying to keep the dream alive, but it's on life support. Chestnut looking for a target way in the backfield. Perfect dart downfield, but it gets slapped down by McKenzie.
McKenzie with the deflection there. McKenzie's had a huge night on defense. You know, on the tackle side of things, he's been able to get at the ball every chance he got.
Going back to the passing game, Chestnut looking for a target way downfield, and Forrest barely has his tippy toes in. That's 23 yards found.
We're going to see here Forrest able to get his right foot down before the left. In that case, oh, wait, hold on. We might get a review here. There's a chance. Never mind.
Well, looks like it's going to stand through. First down for the Volunteers, and they're not too far from the end zone, 20 yards to be exact. That's a handoff yet again to Kelby Fulton, who is pushed into a sea of red.
A 5-yard gain there for Kelby Fulton. He averages just under 5 yards a carry, and guess who on the tackle? Dominic McKenzie once again.
2 receivers on the right, 1 on left, and Tennessee have a lot of opportunity here. Hand this off to Kelby Fulton yet again, runs upfield and finds a first down. That's Adam Stiles with the carry.
Yeah, we've seen a lot tonight just on 3 carries. His ability to move the football on the ground, and Clayton Cobb able to come up with the stop there, and Tennessee pushing forward.
2 receivers on right, 1 on left. It's a handoff yet again. Adam Stiles finds a yard. We're still 2nd and goal.
Yeah, only a gain of 1 there, but they have 3 downs to get 6 yards. Ajarius Sexton on the stop.
Less than 5 minutes on the clock. The Volunteers need to make this play happen fast. Another handoff yet again. Barely able to run upfield and find a yard. Adam Stiles couldn't make it happen.
Yeah, the receiver has been, in the game a lot here on the goal line. Out of the backfield, Tennessee 5 for 11 on 3rd down. Let's see if they can get in the end zone.
3 receivers on the left side. Chestnut's going to hold on to it, though, and he's running way up the left side and barely going to get into the end zone. Touchdown for Tennessee.
Falcon Chestnut wanted contact too, but I don't think Jacob Bradford wanted any of that. He had a wide open lane to the end zone. You're going to see here, he ran straight towards the Georgia defender, but able to get in the end zone. That wasn't smart, but it worked.
PAT is successful. 30 points on the board, and the Volunteers coming alive here. They're only down 12. Down 12 yet again, but the ball is going to the Bulldogs. The Tennessee defense needs to make something happen now. Great push from Aaron Highsmith, who finds 23 as the Bulldogs get back in control.
And the Bulldogs have had a solid game on defense here tonight. And so has Tennessee. Their defense has gotten a couple of turnovers. They just haven't been able to make too much of them. If you're Tennessee, you got to hope your defense is able to bail you out here once again.
Run upfield from Lane Easton, finds 5 yards.
A good 5-yard gain there for Easton. He's up to 123 yards on the night, and Devin Pounds gets the stop. That's his 6th of the night.
3 receivers on right. Who is Chapman going to look for? That's going to be a handoff to Lane instead, who's barely able to get that first down.
A nice 6-yard carry moves the chains for Georgia, and if you're Tennessee, your urgency meter is spiking right now.
Chapman has his hands on the ball yet again. Good throw to the left side, and Don Carter gets his hands on the ball, but his lights have been knocked out.
Oh, yeah, what a hit there by Pounds on the end, but a nice catch by Don Carter. Keep the ball moving forward. You know, every first down is more of those odds that go their way for winning this game, you know, getting away from that Tennessee comeback.
Two receivers on the left hash mark of the 49. Chapman looking for a throw downfield, and that's a good one to Jadon Charles.
A good catch there for Jadon Charles. That's his second of the night. He's kind of been Mr. First Down for Georgia so far.
2.5 minutes left, and Georgia running out this clock. Another handoff to Lane Easton, finds only a couple.
Yeah, only a 2-yard gain, but the time is still rolling. And if you're Tennessee, got to think about using these timeouts soon.
Two receivers on the right, and that clock is ticking. We're creeping up on 2 minutes. Lane Easton runs upfield, and he is taken down.
Only a 7-yard gain there. Well, not only. Very good 7-yard gain there. And it's 3rd and 1 coming up. Tennessee, you need a stop here.
Timeout used, but not so sure how much it'll help the Volunteers. Wait a minute, Seth Chapman sacked for 10 yards.
And that is a great play there by Daniel Fox, able to get in the backfield and get that stop for the Vols defense. And they're going to punt back to Tennessee just under 2 minutes here in the fourth.
That's a good punt. Going to create a lot of space for Tennessee to make up for. Adam Styles barely found 10 yards. And I like that safe play because you know what? Even with a minute and a half left on the clock, a couple successful Hail Marys would bring them back into this game. It sounds crazy. It sounds wild, but it's definitely there as a successful pass goes to the left side and finds 36 yards. Forrest Handler trying to keep this dream alive as everyone sprints right back to the ball. 3 receivers on the right side here at the 41-yard line. Tennessee back and looking to make something happen here. Another quick throw. This time goes to Fulton, but only finds 4.
Over on switch, we have a 12-yard touchdown pass to Savannah Olzer for Virginia Tech. The Hurricanes still lead 48-31 with 3:22 left in the game.
1 minute and 27 seconds left. That is all the time that the Volunteers have to use to try and get back into this game. Fourth quarter madness, and how crazy can the Volunteers get? That's a good throw going to Brett Britt for 5 yards.
Yeah, 4th and 2 coming up. Look, let's use a boxing analogy here. It's the 12th and final round. Tennessee's down on the scorecards, but they're coming out. They're trying to throw haymakers here in that final round to sway some opinions.
They're going to have to throw one hell of a haymaker to get back in this handoff. This time goes to Adam Styles, 6 yards found, 1 minute left on the clock.
A gutsy call. It's going to stop the clock till they get set.
3 receivers on the left, creeping up towards the end zone, but we're not there just yet. Chestnut looking for a target on the left, but he throws out of bounds.
Yeah, good job getting that ball out of bounds. It's going to stop the clock, give you a chance to get with your guys and regroup, figure something out.
3 receivers on the right. We're at the 27-yard line, and Chestnut steps back past the 30, but he's sacked in the backfield, losing a lot of yards there. 3rd and 15.
Bo Martin on the sack, huge, and it's 3rd and 15. These receivers got to come hurrying up back.
And Chestnut looking for a target yet again. Great slant route this time from Reggie James, with 4th and 2, 30 seconds left. What can we do here? Praying for an opportunity, and the pass is successful, but not many yards found afterwards. 28 seconds left, and we're rushing back on the ball, looking to make something happen here, but you can't make up for 12 points in 20 seconds. I'm sorry, but it's just not real. It's not happening today, not with the Georgia defense online.
They're able to stop the clock there, but hold on. If they can get a touchdown, they might be able to get an onside kick and make some miracle happen. We've seen it before. You know, it's not out of the question. It's very, very unlikely, but not impossible.
17 seconds, and Everett Lopez gets 14 yards in. Tennessee is 1st and goal.
That's the walk-on coming up with a big play, and it's 1st and goal from the 1. 4 downs to get 1 yard, but you don't want to take up too much time.
Looking for a pass. It goes out of bounds. Goodness.
Yeah, if you're Tennessee, you got to move quickly, but that does give you a chance to get the guys and regroup.
One more timeout left for Tennessee, and 2 more touchdowns needed to try and get back into this game. 13 seconds, and the clock is ticking. Pass gets thrown away by Kevon Winkler. Goodness.
Yeah, that ball hung in there just a little bit too long, and Kevon Winkler made a great play on it. 3rd down with 9 seconds to go.
3rd and goal. Chestnut looking to make something happen. Bit of pressure in the pocket. He might run upfield instead, but he's going to throw to Lambert for a touchdown. The Volunteers have found one more.
And this makes it a 1-score game, but here's what's going to happen, right? Whatever you do here, you get that onside kick and you go down immediately if you want to have a chance for one more play at the end zone. But that starts with getting the onside kick. That's hard enough in itself, but they're going to have a chance to do so here.
3 seconds left on the clock and 5 points down. Can the Volunteers make something happen? Can they make it happen here? No, they can't. Don Carter gets the ball, but he's put down quick. 2 seconds left.
And the big hit there, that one looked a little personal. A lot of anger there. Victory formation for the Bulldogs.
And that is a kneel. 2 seconds left yet again. And I think they're just going to keep on hitting the knee and bring this game to an end. Yes, they are. And our end of the game has arrived. 37 points for the Volunteers, but the Bulldogs become the winners for today with 42 for their own. Fantastic job for Georgia.
And great fight shown there by Tennessee at the end. Never give up, first of all. But Georgia able to get their first win in conference play. And according to tiebreakers, head-to-head tiebreakers, they're over Tennessee right now. That's their 3rd one on the season. That's a big one here early on in conference play. And just a good performance all around for Georgia, defensively and offensively as well.
And all that Tennessee really needed to do is just invest a little more time with the dynamic duo of the run game between Kelby Fulton and Falcon Chestnut. I think that would have brought them a victory, but it is what it is. That being said, we are done for now. Thank you to our executive producer, Mike Peters and Austin Crow, for doing what they do best. And shout out to Val for joining me here in the booth. We are going to be cutting things off for now, but the action doesn't stop today. We'll be back at 8:30 for a little more action between Florida and Clemson.